I'm Connor Boyack, author of the Tuttle Twins books, and you've got a question. What book should I start with? I've got your answer. Now, at the time of recording this video, we have 12 books in our children's series. We're about to publish a 13th, and we'll keep doing 14 and 15 and beyond. But a lot of times people who are new to us come and say, well, what book should I start with? Now, I'm going to be talking only about our children's series that I have here. We also have books for toddlers. We have 2 series of books for teenagers. We've got curriculum and a game and all kinds of stuff. You can find everything over at TuttleTwins.com/products. Now, if you're wondering about this children's series, which is what we're best known for, a lot of people ask us what book they should start with. Now, you'll see in the top right of the books, we published the order that this was published. So this was our first book. Then we have our second book here, The Miraculous Pencil, and so on all the way through. Sometimes people will email us and they'll say, so do I have to read them in that order, or is it best to read them in that order? The short answer is no. These books are all independent of one another. There's no big story arc that's going from beginning to end that's helping children kind of continuously learn. The books can all be read interchangeably. However, I would say that it would be a good idea to start with the first. Why? Because since this was our first book in the series, this is where we introduce Ethan and Emily as characters in the Tuttle Twins book. And so as you open up the first page, it says, oh, here's Ethan and Emily, and here's a little bit about who they are. And, then they go to school and they're starting to learn this stuff. So it's just a very light and quick introduction into who they are. The rest of the books just presume that the kids reading the books already know who Ethan and Emily are. But we provide such little background or introduction in this book that if you wanted to just buy another book, let's say you only wanted to buy one Tuttle Twins book, and let's imagine that Fate of the Future caught your eye, it's totally okay to start with this book because it's just going to jump right in and start talking about Ethan and Emily, but it's not like you're going to be missing out on a ton of introductory stuff from the book one that would in any way inhibit your kids from gaining everything that they need to from this story. So if you only have the budget for a handful of books and others in the series catch your eye, or if you want to just dip your toe in the water and start with one book before you invest in the whole series, totally fine. Just know that it's not necessarily required that you read these in any particular order. You don't necessarily need to start with the original or the first book, although most people do. This is the book that got the whole thing started. This is what lightly introduces the twins. It's, because it's our oldest book, it's our best-selling book. We've sold the most copies of it, but you're not required to start with that book. You can do anything else. Now, I will say, if you are looking to just do one or a few books, you may want to reconsider. And here's why. I am very interested in making sure that we spread these books and these ideas as widely as possible, because I know, having done this for years and having gotten countless emails and texts and tweets and all the things from parents, I know that the ideas in this book series are tremendously powerful in helping kids have these light bulb aha moments about these amazing ideas about how the world works, how society functions, what will empower them to be their best selves and be well-rounded, functioning adults. And so because I know these things, I'm on a mission to make sure as many families as possible get these ideas. And so I'm incentivized to make sure that families like yours get all of the books rather than just one or two. And so what we do at TuttleTwins.com is we provide this whole children's book series at a massive discount, and we throw in all the activity workbooks for free. Now, all of these books come with a PDF activity workbook. So if you have 4 kids and each of them want a coloring page or a word search or a crossword puzzle or whatever's in the activity workbook, you've got the PDF. You can just print one for all the kids rather than having a printed workbook where, one kid fills it out and then it's basically ruined for the rest. Each of these books has an activity workbook. We give that to you for free. It's got a bunch of activities that correspond with each of the books in the series so that the lessons that your kids are learning in any particular book, they can go get that idea reinforced in the activity workbook that they can download. So we provide this big bundle, all the books discounted pretty heavily, and then all the activity workbooks for free. Again, because my goal, we run all this through a nonprofit. Our ultimate goal is to just spread these books as widely as possible because these are powerful ideas that we want all the kids out there and the parents to be learning. And so go get them on Amazon if you want. You're going to pay more. Maybe you do a book, maybe you do 3 books. But if you're looking to just jump in the deep end, have these maybe birthday gifts, share with neighbors or just have them all for your kids, for your family, have a set. We want you to go to TuttleTwins.com because we're going to push you to get the whole bundle. Again, big discount, freebies as well, because we'd love for you to invest in the whole set, because each of these books have totally different ideas. And so, like, let's say you get just the first book to try it out. Well, what about the book all about entrepreneurship? Has your kid ever wanted to do a lemonade stand, set up a little business plan, understand how business works, right? Or maybe you guys go to food trucks. Your family loves food trucks and you want to understand business and competition and why it's so powerful. So you're going to be missing out on these different ideas that each of the different books talks about if you only invest in, one or a handful of books. That's why we try and push everyone to get the whole set, because we want their kids to get exposed to all the amazing ideas in the different books. So start with whatever book you want. You don't have to read them in any particular order, but we suggest getting the whole series, and then your kids can go from beginning to end. And then trust me, they're going to reread it countless times. They're going to become well-worn, well-loved books. You're probably going to eventually buy a second set and donate the other ones to a library or something. That's what's happened so many times over the years with families when they invest in the whole set. So head to TuttleTwins.com and you can check out the whole bundle, get the discount, get the free workbooks, get your family reading the books. Now, if you have other questions, feel free to reach out to us on social media. We are everywhere. Very easy to reach out to and ask your question. Or you can contact our customer service team at info@TuttleTwins.com.